How is that? How is that? Well, Woolly here, guys. What is the crack? How's it going? Let me fix everything because nothing is right. Welcome to Woolly's World. A little bit later than planned, but Woolly's World live on a Friday night. Let me. I have lost my remote control. I'm going to say I have lost it, but I can almost guarantee that a child has lost it. They are batteries for my camera. They are not my remote control. Anyway, does anybody know where the remote control for my lights are? Anybody? Guys, if you do, drop it in the comments. Sogs, buddy, how's it going? What is the crack? It is Friday Night Live. It has been 2 weeks since my last confession, I think. And it's winter. Winter has arrived. Winter has arrived. It is absolutely crap. It is so crap out. It's unbelievable. Why is this telling me that it is 2019? What date's today? The 18th of the 8th. It sure is, Ollie. Guys, what has everybody been up to? Hang on. Ed, how's it going? Lenny, how's it going? Sorry, I have to get this done. If I don't get this done, I'll forget about it. Not that it makes any sense doing it anyway. Oh, I'm tired. That's what's wrong with me. Hey, I'm tired, guys. I am flat to the mat in the middle of summer camps at the minute. So, it's like come home from summer camp today, go swimming with the kids, come home, have dinner, go live. That's the way it's been working for the last 7 weeks. 7 weeks on the trot, guys. 7 weeks of the trot running summer camps. Can you believe that the summer is almost over? It is like the what day is today? It's the 18th today, right? The 18th. Is it a named storm? Is it? No, it's just wet. It's only wet here since 6 o'clock this evening. Ed, it's not that windy. Pete, how's it going? It seems to be it seems to be the south of Ireland definitely got it worst. Definitely got. I think they got it. Jesus Christ Almighty, that is bright. I think they got it bad today, didn't they? But no, I was working away all day in the woods, and there was barely a drop of rain. I think at one stage I felt a couple of drops, and I told the kids to put on their coats, and half of them didn't even bother. So it was. Yeah, it feels like it's over, doesn't it? It is an absolute crap day, crap evening. Just it's like autumn out there. That's what it feels like. I came home from work today and I was thinking to myself, I'm lighting a fire. This is crap. Yeah, it's crap. Let me see what's going on there. Okay. Right, forget that. Okay. None of that is actually relevant. So yeah, it is just. Yeah, well, I was looking out the window the other night, and it wasn't really that much of a dark night, and it was 9:30, and I was going, oh, that's it. Haven't lit it yet, Ed. Well, it's not blowing a hoolie here now. It's not too bad. Pat, how's it going? What's the crack? It's windy-ish. Driving all the way to Ireland, Peppy. That would be some trip, wouldn't it? That would be a serious trip. You'd have to drive the whole way. Across France, would that be the quickest way? Across France? I don't know. I feel like I'm neglecting you guys at the minute because it's all Red Branch. It's all Red Branch. Everything is Red Branch. I got a whole stack of rucksacks here behind me, and that has been taking up a lot of my time. Red branch and trying to get me head out of me hole and get some personal stuff done. You know, trying to get up and trying to stay active and trying to do all this. Pat, I think there's a cream for that. If you go to the chemist, they can give you a cream for that. So this is what I've been doing. So it's like cutting grass, guys, just cutting grass. Last weekend was just non-stop bloody grass. So I had a student in who I had some people who were not very happy with pollen and grass allergies and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, Tom. It was one more week of summer camp. That's it. Can you believe that? And that'll be 8 weeks. I can't recommend that. Hang on. Yeah, so I'm tired. I'm stupidly tired. Well, what happened was I couldn't cut the grass. We had a couple of dry days last week. I couldn't cut the grass, right? So I hit up the grass on Saturday and the grass was long. So it was like, 50 yards, empty the bag, 50 yards, empty the bag. It took me hours, right? Hours. And when you're cutting grass and it's too long and it's sort of a bit messy and everything. So I had to leave it a wee bit longer than I wanted to, and all these different things were going on. And what happened is I went home, as you do, and the next morning, oh, excuse me, guys, I've hit the slump. I went home, and the next morning the phone rings, and it's my uncle, and he said that that cows had broken into his garden overnight, and they had smashed through the fence. And gone into Red Branch, and I needed to come down and see, right? So they wrecked the place, and this is me after spending 6 hours the day before cutting all this grass, right? So they got in overnight. He heard them outside his window at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he got up and they bust the whole fence down at the side of his house, straight into Red Branch. And my God, destruction! Like, little trees, like not little trees, like 15-foot trees, branches all smashed off them, and smaller 10-12-foot trees completely snapped in half, and cow shit everywhere, like everywhere. It's like these guys have got some sort of intestinal issues that they need to sort out. And the worst thing was the what happened? They were everywhere, right? So the ground, which was relatively flat, is now completely pockmarked with hoof prints everywhere. So you're cutting the grass and the lawnmower going like this and bouncing all over the place. So wrecked the place. Yeah, mental. Like I just couldn't believe it. It was just poo everywhere. So then I had to cut the grass again because to sort of try and spread the poo a little bit more than anything else. It was just, luckily they didn't come into the forest too much, right? But they had come in and trampled straight across the dog's grave that I dug last week. Do you know what I mean? Of course. Wow. Pappy, that wee tractor of yours would probably do that all in one tank. So I got a whole load of rucksacks here for testing for Red Branch. I got one down in the shed. I've got one over here. You guys that are into rucksacks, wait until you see this. The Vorstulika Sarma rucksack, Recon 80. Surprisingly light. But yeah, I'll just show you that now, and I'll turn that off, guys, because I'll just keep going. Surprisingly light and surprisingly nice. Oh no, not surprisingly, unsurprisingly nice, but does not feel. I got a lend of it, Ed. Do you remember? Do you remember I put out the post looking for people to? I might do a little video on it instead of just putting up a community post, because I think the video would get the more subscribers. So I put up a post based on the list that we made. On the list that I made about the different rucksacks that I wanted to put up head to head and to test them. And the Sabota large, extra large was in it. So was the Recon 80, the Decathlon Salient, Salient Country, the French F3, which I'm taking out of it, and the Belgian Jigsaw, Carrymore Sabre, and the Berghaus Spartan 60, which was sort of an entry because I bought it for myself to replace the F3 that I haven't sold yet. So what happened was a guy I am friendly with sent me that up to test. He lives down the north side of Dublin, and he sent it up to me to give me a go. Yes, Sabota made it. Sabota made it for Vorstalica, and it is discontinued. This is the problem. So I think there's about 64 of them in stock on the Vorstalica website, and when they are gone, they are gone. That's it. It seems decent. I did a first impressions video on it, and I fitted the entire MMSS system into the bottom of it, into the sleeping bag section. Yeah, it's too big, Ed. It's too big. It's 100-liter rucksack is far too big. This is my train of thought. So I'm going 60 to 80. That's the margins I'm looking for. No, I haven't. Is that the 40-liter bag, Suggs? Oh no, I haven't. No, it's too big, Suggs. It's far too big. It took me hauling that F3 about for a couple of hours to figure out that no, I need this to streamline this down. It needs to be, or maybe it's just the F3 as well. Do you know that? Steve, a friend of mine, had the F3 before as well, and he hated it. And I never carried any serious weight in it. But the thing about it is, it's just really big. Do you know what I mean? I know it handles 100 liters, but it handles 100 liters. It's like that width. Do you know what I mean? It's like that wide. It sticks out that far. It's just a massively big bag. Whereas the Berghaus is tall and slim, and it just fits better and makes more sense. But I haven't loaded it up. Exactly. Well, no, you see, Suggs, that's too big. I still think 90 is too big. That thing's 80, you know, and it's pushing too big. 5'7". Thanks, Simon. Thanks. But here is the funny thing. I always used Berghaus bags when I was an outdoor instructor. Berghaus jackets, Berghaus bags, even my down jackets were Berghaus jackets. I always, because I thought that, I wore a lot of Berghaus boots as well. I always thought they were really, really good brand. But it's just when I got into the bushcraft and stuff, that is good, Ed. That is good. That happened to me with two pairs of Mendel boots actually, and I had sort of forgotten about Berghaus. You know, I'd forgotten about the military side of Berghaus. I was only ever considering their civilian stuff. So what happened is, I wasn't looking at Berghaus until that Berghaus bag actually came up for sale, and I saw it on Marketplace, and I went, that looks like a really, really good bag. And it is a really, really nice bag. Yeah. Yeah, Pat. Yeah. Do you hear the wind? That's the wind now. That is like winter. That is completely like winter. That is the first storm we've had here. It's outside. Ed, are you going to make me go outside in that storm to get your rucksack to show you on the camera? Let me see. There's pictures. Ed, go on to the community section and there's pictures of it. No, I can't. Sorry, I thought I could upload a picture. Yeah, it's screen. Strangely enough. The Berghaus Spartan 60 MMPS or something. Military Mine Modular Pouch something. Yeah. If you can, it works. I remember a Zippo lighter that was laying out the back of this place where we used to work. And it had been run over by about 20 trucks and it was completely flattened. And it was like, you could barely make out that it said Zippo on it. This thing was like a piece of paper and it had been on gravel. It was destroyed. And my uncle picked it up and sent it back to Zippo and they sent him a brand new one. Now that's abuse, you know. That's abuse of a lifetime guarantee, you know. So see, here is the thing, right? Yeah, it's the time of year, Pat, isn't it? Everybody's flat out, especially if you work in the outdoors. You see this little heart thing? You see this crack? Can you get rid of that? Does anybody know if you can get rid of that? Because it blocks the chat. I can't see the chat behind it. Oh, fair play, Tom. Good man. And this is the thing. I have a shed full of chainsaws need looked at as well. I have to replace the carb, and you know what? None of that's going to happen until September. I've got to replace the carb in the 435. We've got to figure out why the 181's not starting, and I have to put fix the exhaust on the 365. That's good, Simon. You mentioned that before, Tom, didn't you? No. I don't know how to get rid of that at all. Anywho, what can we do? Yeah, so I need to get that done. I still have this overwhelming urge that I need more firewood, even though I have in as much firewood as I had before. I feel like it's not enough. Seeing that this is it is 9:30 and it is pitch dark outside and it is lashing rain. That might be the reason. So it should be, hopefully September will be full of firewood videos. Jesus, I feel like I'm not recording any videos at all for Woolys World. Just sort of feels that way. No, well, this is it, Pat. I have a load of work planned. I have been dismantling pallets for the boards. Yeah, I finished that, Ed. Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm a couple of pallets short. That's all for the floor, but I'm sort of picking them up piece by piece. Chippy, how's it going, buddy? But you see, I have no wood to go into it, so it doesn't really make any difference. I'm not in a rush to because that will be for 24, 25's firewood, and that is the plan. It's like I'm stripping off all these pallets, Pat, and I'm going to sand down the pallet planks, and I'm going to paint them in Danish oil, and then I'm going to clad the inside of the cabin with those planks, and I'm probably going to and try and insulate it as well. But this is it. It's like you have a list of jobs to do, and every one of them costs money, you know. So, and I don't have a lot of money, and I have a holiday to get in between then as well. So it sort of is, Simon. A couple of cans short of a 6-pack. I'm going to write that one down. A couple of pallets short of a cabin. What is it, Evie?
No, I'm going to say you. I got a jump scare from the maze runner. There's a robotic spider. He's like...
Evie's afraid of robotic spiders. Who isn't, I have to say. Who
it's
isn't?
So freaky. I only saw blur, but Dad, it just like he's getting backed. He's like up against the ceiling, just like quiet. Then like a robotic leg, just like right in his face. No, but it is a memory.
Ah.
The Wicked was doing it to him.
The Wicked. Who's the Wicked? This sounds interesting.
The Wicked.
The Wicked.
It's so raining.
I'm writing it down. Look, I wrote it down.
They can't see. They can just see rain. There you go.
Robotic spiders. It's all go downstairs here. Evie, where's my remote control? For my lights.
Bro, like these two are red, and then these are purple.
Yeah, what did you do to my lights?
I can do them. They're always.
You broke my lights. I also got a new knife.
Lovely. Hey, where's my knife?
Made in the Ukraine.
Dad, where's my knife? Dad.
I don't know. Away somewhere. Evie. Close that door. You go on downstairs. A subscriber sent me something out. Sent me this, and he sent me a coat, guys. That really nice coat. By Evie.
Get off me.
It is an Austrian Army Gore-Tex Alpine jacket. It's very cool. It's very cool and very high end for a military jacket. Really feels nice, and I think I have read somewhere that is actually made by Carhartt. If you know who I'm talking about, guys, you'll understand how high end that actually is. So this actually is a knife, Benjamin. Look at it. It's a nice wee knife, isn't it? A funny old blade profile on it. Very shiny. Very shiny. Decent sheath. But yeah, that is all I have been up to. It has been very, very good. How's it going? Very, very busy. Very warm. Now it's very crap. That's handy, Ed. I have a Defense 4 as well. 80 litres is a big bag, isn't it? Ed, what bag did you say to me to put onto the list? What were you talking about? Yes, that is a definite improvement than a kick in the face, isn't it? Let me see. And the thing is, guys, I have contacted all the companies on this list, and none of them have bitten. None of them are interested at all. So it's like, yeah, no. The closest I got, the closest to sort of somebody actually maybe even thinking about it was Safoda. Everybody else was like, no. Hang on. Yeah, a 300 litre bag would work well. We call them trailers. Sorry. And I contacted Decathlon as well. Because Decathlon is something that has come up time and time again. You are going to have to tell me what, I know who Clark Griswold is, but what is his approach? John Arnett, how's it going, buddy? Good man, you're only going to work. What time is it there? It is 20 to 10 here. No, Ed, you were on about your big bag. Or maybe it was somebody else. I can't remember. I cannot remember if it was you or if it was Van Sprug or whatever you call him. Von Sprug something. It is hard to remember. You get a lot of comments come in. It's hard to keep track of them all. I know I respond to them all, but it's hard to remember who says what. And can I go and find it if I go to this? No, that is not what I want to do. Am I ever going to find this? No, I'm not even going to attempt. Jesus, 337 notifications. Right, get rid of that. Get rid of all this. Guys, I am starting to backpack 339. Is that the Savoda backpack, Ed? Yes, I've seen the movies, Benjamin. Oh, I have seen it. Yeah. No, not really interested. It's just the back system is just not good enough. Yeah, I actually I like a rucksack with a good padded back system. Oh yeah, he pulled the gun on your man. Yeah. You're right, Benjamin. I should go on a whistle top tour of all these European countries and go to all these places where to get these rucksacks. Give me a rucksack. Okay, Wally. There you go. So yes, I'll try that. It's a good idea. You got a beehive this week? Nice. I'm actually looking now at the Berghaus, the 45-liter Berghaus. I'm looking at that as well, and then I'm looking at the 30-liter Berghaus to compare it to the Savoda 30, which is over there, the Savoda M, which 30 liters for me should be an S, not an M. I think it's what's a 2A? I like a frame pack. I do like a frame pack. I always have. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of a frame pack. That one, that's what drew me to the XL, to the Savoda XL, and to the Varshalika Recon 80. The problem being is that those things are the guts of 600 quid for a rucksack. Like, that is mental money. Mental money. Yeah, see that's what had me thinking. So I was looking at the 30 and I was thinking to myself, right, well the 30's close. I don't need a lot more. And when I had the low alpine Sting, it was only 40 or 45. And when you put the side pouches on that, man, that was a winter bag completely, and that was taking it up to 65. So then I was thinking, right, hang on, is 60 to 80 the sweet spot? Is a 60-liter bag that you can put pouches on the perfect bag that I'm looking for? And then that's what got me thinking about the 45, and that's what got me thinking about the 30 as well. Oh, the Second Amendment. Sorry, Benjamin. I know what you mean. Yeah. No, not at all. Yes, Peppy. seriously expensive. They're made in Europe, you see. Made in Europe. If it's made in Europe, it's automatically twice the price of everything else. And Borstelika have stopped all their manufacturing in China, and everything is going to start being made in Europe. So it's Marlon. Thank you very much, buddy. Marlon just comes in out of nowhere. There you go. Excellent. Do you not find it carries a bit funny when you put the extra weight in it, Ed? That's what I found, you see. So 120, Pat. Jesus, man. That's serious stuff to be carrying on your back. This is it. And this is it. When you're 17, 18, it's doable. Jesus, I would hate to think of the weight that we carried on expedition. Like we went on expedition in 2001, and I would have been 22, and I would have been one of the older ones, right? And what happened was foot and mouth came along at that time, right? So everything that was in Ireland and the UK that had been shipped over to South America for this expedition was quarantined, and we weren't allowed to use it. So they couldn't give us any of the military rations or anything like that had been shipped over for us. So they went out and bought food to make up our rations on the expedition. So it was ridiculous. Like I was carrying a tin of fruit, you know, like a catering size tin of fruit, you know, in my rucksack, and I had 50 meters of rope, and it just was mental. I remember like two people lifting people's rucksacks up to get them on, and we went through a jungle with a machete doing that. Like, how did we not die? How did we not die? You know, that's crazy. It's absolutely mental when you think about it. You can buy a lot of ice cream for 600 quid. Genie Mac. Ed, I'll tell you the truth. This is the way I'm leaning towards the Savoda. It is, yeah, yes, we got there, no tin opener. It is like they have spent all this R&D into making this really good, really indestructible bag, and then they forgot about the back. That's what it seems like. But I understand what you mean, because I have loaded it up and I thought to myself, these straps are ridiculous. But then they're not. It doesn't make any difference. They don't dig into it. You know, they're not that uncomfortable. But we'll see how they stand up. We'll see how they stand up to like the Berghaus, which has much better straps. Jesus Christ, they are comfy big straps. What? So this is you know, so I don't know. I'm 45. You know, I like my comfort. That is a big pack, Pat. Jesus, 120 liters. That French pack that I was using I know this has turned into a Red Branch video, guys. Maybe I should do a Red Branch live and talk about this stuff. Maybe a Red Branch live when I have all the packs together might be a good idea. Good man, Sogs. 17 kg is a fair weight. Let me tell you now. £37. Yeah, I think I was carrying the last day I went out. When I put I've actually stripped it back a good bit because I'm rocking now with the Savoda. I think that the last day I was out, it was £31, which is probably about 2 kg lighter than what you're talking about, Sogs. So I found that very doable. It was I found it very doable. I didn't find it an issue at all. I would like a little log burner. I think that might be next. Jesus, £70 is mental. After trying to hump that 60 £60 for, Jesus, it was only 3 miles. I was going to myself, this is wrong. I don't need to do this anymore. Why am I putting myself through this? Maybe it was the pack. This is it. Maybe it was the pack. That was my line of thinking as well. Now, maybe we'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to going to do a winter loadout, right? And I'm going to pack all these bags with with the same winter loadout, right? So it's not going to be very much heavy, but it's heavier than the 36 pound that I'm already carrying. But it's probably just going to be a little bit bulkier. So there's going to be an extra coat put in there, and there's going to be like just a bigger sleep system. Isn't that all you do? You just pack a bigger bloody sleep system. Get your other systems down and increase the size of your sleeping bag. That is all. Guys, look, listen, I'm wrecked. I'm ready for the bed. Hopefully next week I will be yeah, I understand what you mean. Hopefully next week I will be more alive. But guys, thank you one and all. Let me know. Well, this is it, Tom. Jogs, I would never go much further than that. That's the thing. 4 miles max. Jesus. Yeah, day off tomorrow. I'm actually going to get up early and go for a ruck around the mountain at 8 o'clock. Oh. It's only 4 miles. It only takes me an hour, so my penance. Guys, I was going to say something there, and I can't remember. Guys, stay frosty.